Nobody tells you that getting your autism and ADHD diagnosis won't actually fix your life. It just removes your favourite excuse for absolutely hating yourself. Hi, if you've not seen me before, I'm Jenny. I was diagnosed ADHD at 37 after being signed off work with stress in 2021. And I honestly thought that having that information and that label would make everything click into place. Part of me believed that once I know what's wrong with me, I'll stop struggling. But spoiler alert, I still forgot appointments. I still melted down after noisy days, and I still snapped at my kids when my sensory tank was empty. But the difference was this: before my diagnosis and having that information about myself, every struggle that I had equals I am a failure. And after my diagnosis and having that information, it meant, oh, this is my brain. Not as an excuse, but let me continue. I remember sitting at home after my ADHD assessment thinking, I've convinced that doctor. I have somehow scammed the system, and imposter system was there with a side plate of traditional Scottish guilt. But I wish I could go back and say to myself, and maybe you need to hear this too, that the diagnosis isn't actually the solution to any of the things that have been going on in your life. It is the map. It explains why the last 30, 40, 50 years have felt like walking through mud while everybody else jogged on some nice tarmacked path. It names why you crash after you do social stuff, and it shows why routines that work for your friends in the 5am club leave you feeling less than. But it doesn't magically undo the burnout, and it doesn't rewrite the decades of internalised ableism. It doesn't instantly change your marriage, your job, or your nervous system. That part is slower and messier, and actually the best bit about the whole thing. You get to grieve the support that you never had, you get to rage at the years that you spent calling yourself lazy, and then you get to ask, okay, knowing this, how gently can I treat myself now? If you are newly diagnosed and you're feeling more lost than relieved, then keep this. You're not doing it wrong, you're just at the very beginning of this journey. I've written a book to support you with this very thing. If you reply with the word copy, or you go to the link in my bio, you can grab a copy of that. And I'm doing an event next week to help you unlearn some of that internalised ableism about yourself. So if you reply event or you go to the link in my bio, you can come along to that too. It is completely free.